Welcome to Modular Classroom. In Linux and Shell Programming series, today we are going to see about directory commands in Linux. The directory commands in Linux are: first one, to identify the current directory path, pwd, print working directory command is used. To change the current directory, cd command is used. To create a directory, mkdir command is used. To remove a directory, rmdir is used. To list the contents of a directory, ls command is used. So totally in Linux there are these 5 commands: pwd, cd, mkdir, rmdir, ls are the 5 commands that we are going to see in detail. pwd, it displays a full path name of the current directory. cd, it changes a current directory to the directory specified. mkdir, it creates directories under a specified current directory. rmdir, it removes a specified directory. And ls, it displays the names of the files and subdirectories in a directory. The first one, pwd command. pwd stands for print or present working directory, to display the absolute path of the current working directory. So pwd displays the absolute path. Example, see in the dollar prompt, pwd is given as a command and the output is /home/csug. This is the output returning as the current path of the working directory. This is explanation. Next comes the changing the current directory, cd. The cd command allows to change another directory from the present working directory to a new directory. The syntax is cd directory. The directory is the name of the directory to change. It is a useful tool to move to any directory in the file system. So to move, assume the present directory is /home/csug by using the pwd command. To move to the root directory, you have to give as cd/, since slash is the denotes your root directory. To move to another directory, combine the cd command with the particular path name. Here cd/home/csug/cs01 denotes the directory is cs01, and now you want to go into cs01 directory. Some of the tips on the cd command. cd cannot perform the requested directory change if it does not exist. cd will lead to the home directory without any argument. cd // takes to the parent one level up. cd // takes to the parent directory 2 level up. Next comes creating a directory. mkdir command is used to create new directories. If there are hundreds of files, they can be organized in directories based on the related information. Example, if it contains personal information, they can be stored in the directory personal. Hence, it becomes easy to locate files if they are categorized in subdirectories. Syntax: mkdir square bracket directory name 1 comma directory name 2 till n number of directories can be created. Directory name is the path of the directory to be created. To create a new directory under the home directory, just give mkdir directory name. Personal is a directory created. So to change to the directory from the home directory, the following command is used: cd personal. Now you can check the current path by giving pwd command, that is slash. So the output is /home/csug/personal. Now the control or the current working directory is personal. Next comes the mkdir command tips. It allowed to create only a new directory. It does not change the current directory. To make this directory as a current directory, you have to use a cd command. More than one directory can also be created at a time. Next comes the removing a directory command, rmdir. rmdir command is used to remove a directory when it is no longer needed. However, it should not contain any files before removal. If there are any files in the directory, it cannot able to remove the directory, you will get an error message. The present directory should be a parent directory before removing it. Syntax: rmdir options directory name. To remove a directory apple, you have to give the command like rmdir apples. If the directory apples contains files, the following error message will be displayed. Directory is not empty, it contains some of the files. So to remove a directory, you have to first remove the files within the directory, then only you can remove the directory. Next command is to listing the contents of a directory, ls. ls command can be used to display the names of files and directories. It is used to know the kinds of files and subdirectories exist in the directory. Different options can be used with the ls command to list the contents in different formats. ls command lists its files in an alphabetical order. Syntax ls options. Always ls command is used with different options. So whenever you use the ls command, you will receive the output in different 9 columns. The first column says about the file type and FAP. Second column gives you number of links. Third column gives file owner. Fourth column says about the group owner. Fifth column says about the file size and bytes. 6, 7 and 8 displays your day and time of the last modification to the file. And ninth column says about the name of the file. These data is displayed in these 9 columns. This is a screenshot showing the example of the ls command. As already said, the first command displays a file type. First column displays the file type and access permission. The last column displays the directory of the file name. This is a screenshot showing the output of the ls command. So in the first column displays a file type and the permission, file access permission. First D denotes file type. RWX denotes read, write, execute permission given to the user, given to the group, and given to the other users. Group means it is a collection of users or groups who share common attributes. 3 kinds of users are there: file owners, group owners, and other users. The file and group owners are included in the detailed list for a file. The first character of a column number 1 specifies the type of a file. So what are the file types? If it has been denoted with hyphen, it denotes ordinary file. If it is D means it says about directory. B means block special file. C means character special file. L means symbolic link. P means named pipe. So what are the different options that can be used with the ls command is, if you use -a, it lists all the file including the hidden file. If you use -f, it shows the file type along with the name, / for the directory, and * for an executable. And if you use capital S, it sorts by descending order of the file size. So like these various options can be combined with the ls command. So to identify a hidden file by its name, ls command can be used with the help of -a option. The ls command can also be used with, can be combined with more than one parameter, that is ls, -a and l. These both options can also be combined with one single command. You can also use in this two different ways. You can use like this also, ls-la or ls-a-l. Thank you for watching. These are the directory commands.